Hello and welcome to the Owatonna Today Show. It is Friday, TGIF, but it's the 30th of November, the last day of the month. It's gone by so fast. We're so glad that you've joined us today. On Fridays, as always, we do want to thank our supporters because without them, this show would not be possible. And they are beginning with our premier supporters, the City of Owatonna, along with Express Employment Professionals, Mayo Clinic Health System Owatonna, Owatonna Public Utilities, the Safe and Drug-Free Coalition of Steele County, United Way of Steele County. Our primary supporters also include Amy Swain Hearing Center, Little Theater of Owatonna, Owatonna Care Center, and Steele County Environmental Services. Our interlude supporters are Abraham Consulting Technologies, A+ Sew and Vac, Brenda Bednar Mortgage, Glenn Megger and Tim Thomas of the Brick Megger Funeral Home and the Medford Funeral Home, along with Brookdale Senior Living, Sterling House, and Clarebridge of Owatonna. Carlson and Branson and Company, CPAs, ERA Gillespie Real Estate, Fairview Animal Medical Center, Horizon Eye Care Professionals, Clancher and Son Landscaping and Concrete, Napa Auto Service, Owatonna Business Incubator, Pizza Ranch of Owatonna. Our interlude supporters also include Perfinium Financial, along with R&K Electric, Snap Fitness, Steele County Blades Junior Hockey, Steele County Historical Society, the Third Hand Incorporated Video Productions, and TPS Insurance. We hope you will support these fine Owatonna businesses and individuals. And we're always looking for more supporters of the show. So if you are a business and would like more information about becoming an underwriter on this program, just contact Leanne at 390-5751 and help keep the Owatonna Today Show on the air. Or you can mail your contributions to Owatonna Today at 1130 North Elm in Owatonna. When we come back, we're going to be speaking with several ladies from the Salvation Army. Of course, it is bell ringing season and lots of information we need to pass along, and we'll do that right on the other side of the break, so don't go away.
Hello, I'm Sean McNulty with Brookdale Senior Living, Sterling House, and Clarebridge, and we're a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
I needed more than just another dead-end job. I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
With the kids off to college, I decided it was time for me to go back to work and express myself.
Express got me in touch with some really great companies. Now, I'm on my way to a great career.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
Hi, I'm Dr. Beth Giltvet of Horizon Eye Care Professionals. Eye care you can trust. We're proud supporters of Owatonna Today.
Hi, I'm Holly Jorgensen, and I play Grace Bradley.
And I'm Ron Hager, and I play Bob Bradley in LTO's current production of Best Christmas Pageant Ever, directed by Sandy Hardy Hagen and sponsored by Federated Insurance.
Performances of the Best Christmas Pageant Ever will be held Friday and Saturday, November 23rd and 24th at 7 o'clock p.m., with a matinee on Sunday, November 25th at 2 p.m.
And again the following Thursday through Saturday, November 29th, 30th, and December 1st at 7 p.m.
Tickets are available at the LTO box office by calling 451-0764. Don't miss LTO's production of the Best Christmas Pageant Ever.
We are back. Our first guests today are three ladies from the Salvation Army. As I said, it is the Red Kettle season. We have Regional Manager Sara Pirkl and Case Manager Karla Tull and the Kettle Coordinator Kim Zimmerman.
Yes.
And that has got to be a big job this time of year.
It is, it is. We're looking for several volunteers this year. We'd like to get up to 800, and so it is a big chore, but we are just excited about the people who've already came out to ring the bell, and we're looking forward to more.
Now, if someone wants to volunteer, what's the number that they can call?
They can call the store, the Salvation Army store, 455-2023.
Okay. Now, you said you'd like to have 800, but that's got to be hard to find.
800 volunteers. Owatonna is a very giving city, though. So
it is. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So we're just looking for people who are willing to go out there and ring the bell for 2-hour shifts. We got lots of willing hands. So
where are you stationed? Where are the different locations that you're going to be at?
We are at Walmart,
okay,
Walgreens, Cashwise, Hy-Vee, Fleet Farm, and Cabela's.
And what are the hours, what are the shifts that you usually?
We schedule in 2-hour shifts. We go from 8 a.m. in the morning until 8 p.m. So we're looking for someone who's willing to
12
commit.
hours each place?
Yes.
And have you started yet? Are they out there? Do you wait to a certain date, or when
No, we
does it
actually
start?
started November 17th this year. So,
Okay.
yep, we're already out there ringing the bell.
What determines the starting date?
I don't know.
You know, we always go ahead and get started just a few days before Thanksgiving at the grocery stores, and then we
Okay.
continue on from that point forward till Christmas Eve.
Okay.
So we like to be able to get into those grocery stores before Thanksgiving because we know that people are out there and they're shopping, and it's kind of that time of being thankful, and it's a great time to give.
Right. Now, do people probably work more than one shift?
We have several people who have put in a lot of hours already, and so, yeah, it's, there's several regular volunteers, but we're always looking for new volunteers every year, so.
And do they get to pick their shifts if there's, I suppose as earlier you're signed up, then you get to pick your shifts then, I imagine?
Yes, we try to fit them in with their schedule, we'll work around whatever they need, and we can find them a spot usually. But there's, you know, there's a lot of people we need during the weekday. A lot of people work, so during the week would be the hardest to fill.
And I imagine as you get closer to Christmas, like Christmas Eve, it's probably gets a little thin on the volunteers then. People are traveling and...
I already have people scheduled for Christmas
You do?
Eve, so that's good, yes.
Okay.
There's a lot of people that just make that a tradition. They want to come on out on Christmas Eve.
Okay.
It kind of helps them complete their holiday plans, and there's a few people that always sign up on
And
Christmas
you go
Eve,
to 8
which is
o'clock
neat.
then too, so...
We only go until noon
Till
Christmas
noon.
Eve.
Okay, well
yes.
then
Yeah.
that's sure. Then that gives you the other time with your family and
Right.
to go to church and have dinner or whatever and
Right.
that, yeah.
Most important
Now,
things.
The funds, do you try to have a goal that you set, or what is that you need each?
We never set ourselves a monetary goal.
Okay.
Our goal is to get enough bell ringers to be out there so that people who are going in and out of the stores will see that we have people out there and will put money in the kettles. So our goal is 800 volunteers this year, you know, and the closer we come to that, the closer we know that we'll be able to come to meeting the needs of this community.
Well, I don't carry cash, but I know this time of year, whenever I go, you're going to be there, and I can't walk by a kettle. So I have to make sure I have, you know, cash on me. There's times like, oops, sorry, I'll catch you on the way out, and write a check for a little bit more. But yeah, you have there now. Do you have? I sometimes people, if it gets cold, you can be inside, but I feel bad for some of those people who have to be outside sometimes. Do some stores not let you inside, or why are you outside?
Most of our kettle locations are outside this year. The only one that's inside is Hy-Vee. So it's a corporate decision for the most of them. And the real fact of the matter is that people are more generous when they see that somebody's outside ringing the bell. So you know,
your
it's
body
like,
a little bit to get some word too.
you know, it's a small sacrifice. It's only 2 hours, and there's
Well-
lots and lots of people that don't have a home to go to or a place to warm
And
up.
so that reminds you of that too. Why
yeah.
you're doing that too. That's a good point.
Yeah, it's
And
only 2 hours.
You've been
and
doing
most
this
of
long
us-
enough so they know the ins and outs and what seems to work the best. So you find that most people are, you know, pretty generous when they see you there, they come walking in.
Oh, they're very generous,
Yeah,
and the kids are so
absolutely.
cute when they put in their little coins one at a time, you know. And as far as dressing warm, you know, we do remind people to dress warmly, and we've got people who pass out hot chocolate and cocoa and coffee to people. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Of course, so far you can't complain this year. It's been pretty decent.
Yeah.
I mean, you've even had some upper 70 days
Yeah,
too.
it's been beautiful.
So it's to get in the Christmas spirit, then it's hard. But when you see the Salvation Army bell ringers, you know, okay, it is that time.
Yeah, it's that time
Now,
of year.
where does the money go that what is it used for? Money that's raised in Steele County, does that stay in the county?
Yes, 92 cents for every dollar stays here in Steele County.
Okay.
And that's the money we use to do emergency assistance, in which
Okay.
my job is with the Salvation Army. So we assist people that come in with all different types of needs, from rental assistance to car repairs to groceries, gas
Medical.
vouchers, medical, any type of emergency that they are not able to get help at some of the other organizations.
And as caseworker, what is it? Is your job to assess their need or to say yes or no? Or
Yep, my job is to sit down with them and assess their needs and do some budget and stuff with them, and then determine, you know, what is their greatest need. Sometimes people come to us and what they think is their greatest need is really not, once we get into the discussion and into the case management part of it.
About how many people do you serve?
Last year in emergency assistance alone, we served over 2,000 here in Owatonna.
That's
That
incredible.
does not include any of our programs that we administer here in Steele County, which, you know, we have programs, Shop with a Cop, Back to School, Christian Care Ministries, Crockpot Ministries. So with those programs, we serve a lot more than the 2,000.
Now, do you get enough funds from the Red Kettle to sustain those programs, Sara?
Yeah. Last year we were, blessed, and we were able to raise up enough money that we actually just kind of broke even at the end of the year, which was wonderful.
You can't ask for more than that.
No,
Yeah.
that's exactly what we need, and that's exactly what we want to do this year too. When we think about serving, over 2,000 people, we're talking about 10% of our population right here. That's
It
1 out
is.
of 10
It would be,
people.
wouldn't it? Yeah.
So, as you're sitting around your dining room table and you've got company or family over and you realize there's 10 of you sitting there, one of you could possibly need our assistance. And, when we look at it in a real tangible way like that, it really brings it home, and it really makes this Kettle campaign so important to the people in this community. These are our friends and our neighbors that we're assisting, and we can only do it because of bell ringers, number one, and because of donors who contribute to the Kettle campaign. And we know that they're out there. There are people out there who want to be able to just do something to be able to give back, and this is a perfect way to do it. It's a low commitment. It's only 2 hours of time, and we really would love to hear from you. We'd love to be able to add you to the 35,000 volunteers.
And that's the important thing, yeah. And you cooperate with other agencies in town too, don't you? So you're just not, okay, this person goes to Salvation Army, so you can't go here or you can't go there. You do work in coordination with the other
We work
agencies.
well with all the other agencies in Owatonna. Our community is really good about that, working together so we're not duplicating services. Most of the time when people come to us at Salvation Army, we are their last resort. They have went to all the other agencies and either have received assistance or have not, and when they come to us, they are definitely needing our services. So.
And once again, Kim, the number to call?
455-2023.
And they're just 2-hour shifts, and if you have, what's that to give sometime, if you have to do some shopping, go and do that, and then do that. And
good idea. I like that.
Yeah. So thank you, ladies,
Thank you,
for joining us
Betty.
today, and we wish you continued success. It is a very important service. I'm glad there's someone that's here to provide that.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. We'll be back right after this to do, we have another guest we do want to check in with too, so stay with us.
I'm Diane Wilson of Profinian Financial, the bank that helps you achieve your financial dreams. Profinian Financial is proud to be a supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Are you looking for that perfect gift for that someone special? Then the Owatonna Police Department has just the idea. Give the gift of a safe lift. Be a designated driver. Designated drivers do it all. They buckle up their passengers, make stops for late night food, and best of all, offer a sober ride home. Remember, the Owatonna Police Department is targeting impaired drivers this holiday season. Be a designated driver. It's the perfect holiday accessory. This is a life-saving message from the Owatonna Police Department.
Effective Monday, October 15th, the clinic main entrance will be closed for construction. Please use our temporary entrance, the dialysis stores, and/or the hospital main entrance. We appreciate your patience during our construction, but at the end, we'll have a pleasant entrance that is larger, warmer, and safe for our patients. Again, starting Monday, October 15th, the clinic main entrance will be closed for construction. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Brenda with the Mortgage Office of Brenda Bednar, aligned with American Mortgage and Equity Consultants, where closings feel right from the beginning. I'm a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Have you talked to your teen about marijuana lately? Maybe you should. Regular marijuana use can sap a teen's motivation to learn. Users do not live up to their potential and drop out of positive activities. Marijuana affects memory and learning and stays in your system for weeks. Marijuana also affects judgment and perception. Reaction time when driving is reduced by 41% after smoking 1 joint and 63% after smoking 2, affecting the safety of your teen and other drivers on the road. You need to talk to your teen about the effects of marijuana use. It's not just a harmless high. For more information, please contact the Steele County Safe and Drug-Free Coalition.
We are back. Our guest now is Jane Nyquist, who is the health educator from Public Health Nursing.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us, Jane.
Thank you. Thank you.
And now you, Public Health is working with the law enforcement.
We are. Law enforcement has done this Towards Zero Death grant for many years, many more years than we have. We've only had it since October of 2011. But I'm the coordinator for the Towards Zero Death grant that we have in
Why do
Steele County.
they come to Public Health Nursing to help with
Well,
it?
they've had it, different organizations. Any organization could apply for the funding. Public Health in the Southeast region has always been involved. Sometimes it's been other coalitions, like chemical prevention coalitions, things like that. But usually in our region it's been Public Health, and Dodge County and Steele County and a couple other counties had not applied for this funding because we've had other funding. But as funding sources dry up, we're always looking for funding. And so we've wanted to do this grant. It's a wonderful grant. It's a traffic safety grant. It is, the goal is to reduce traffic deaths to 0, which is what we'd all love to see.
A lofty goal, but yes.
And, we've seen improvement. We have seen a lot of improvement over the years, thanks to enforcement, thanks to education, thanks to things like the primary seatbelt law, where it is a ticket if you're not wearing a seatbelt or any of your passengers aren't. But what I'd like to talk about today is the DWI, driving while under the influence.
The holiday season
That's
coming
correct.
up, I'm sure, yes, it can be quite busy. Now, do they have extra law enforcement on?
They do. And locally, we'll have State Patrol, we'll have Owatonna Police Department, Steele County Sheriff's Department, and Blooming Prairie Police Department will all be increasing hours. The law enforcement folks have money too, and they can pay for extra officers on the roads, overtime. And so they will be out. They'll be looking for DWI offenders. They'll also be looking for seatbelt offenders and speeding and
yeah, it's not
distracted
just DWI,
driving.
but there's a lot of things that contribute toward traffic accidents. So
That's
when does
correct.
it start and when is it
Well,
run through?
they're in some areas that they have had promotions already over the Thanksgiving weekend, but it'll be in December, really full force. The weekends especially, they're going to be looking for DWIs, and up through a holiday, through the New Year, but then around Super Bowl time too. They'll be watching
That's
for
right.
DWI.
There's always going to be reasons.
A lot of partying this time of year. A lot of college age parties too, end of the school year, and we want to encourage folks to, well, if you can't limit your alcohol consumption, find a designated driver. Right.
Now, as far as the seatbelt law goes, what is that? Can you stop if you suspect someone does not have their seatbelt on?
Oh, yes. Even if you see a passenger in the back seat, they can stop you. And anybody in the vehicle can get a ticket, even if they're 8-year-old or say a little baby up through, I think it's age 15, the driver would get the ticket, but anybody else over 15 will get the ticket themselves.
I feel naked without mine.
Right. That's what we want to do, is change the culture. We want to just change the environment so that we all feel that we need to buckle up, we need to drive the speed limit, we can't drive distracted. And with this DWI campaign, we see about 200 DWI arrests in Steele County every year.
Every year. Okay.
Yeah, and we've been lucky. We haven't had any deaths over the last 3 years, but we've had a couple of serious accidents.
So now, someone, if they have their first DWI, what happens? Say I'm picked up DWI, then what's the first thing that's going to happen to me?
Well, you're probably going to get tested. Now, and I wish I had law enforcement here to go through the exact steps they do, but you're going to get tested. They're going to ask you to do it. And if you refuse, then I'm sure there are steps that they take. But they're going to have you probably blow into their breathalyzer device. And then if you have a .16 or higher, well, .08 is the legal limit. 0.16, if you're arrested first time with that, you're going to need to go through a court, attorney, fees.
Just for the first time.
For the
so
first time.
You don't get off with a fine then.
You don't. And you could have ignition interlock, a device installed into your vehicle if you'd like to continue to drive. Otherwise, you're going to lose your license.
Just after the first time.
If it's a .16 or higher.
Okay, so
Yeah. If you have multiple .08s or higher, then also, if I think it's 3, you will have to have that ignition interlock device placed on your car, and that costs. That's another fee, or you will not have a license.
Well, then you have court fees, lawyer
attorney fees.
So that really
Insurance
adds up.
costs will go up.
Oh, that's right.
I've heard
Not
it
to
can be
mention that.
thousands of dollars. I've even read one article that said $10,000 this woman had, just because she was intoxicated. And not to mention the injury and death that can cause.
Which can cause other
because-
people. That's
exactly
the
right.
scariest thing to me. Sure, it's going to cost you a lot, but who else could you hit? And that's
exactly right. It's
that
kind of
is-
scary. So what we really would like to do, and I have some tips here too,
Mm-hmm.
is that if you're going to party, make sure you have a plan in place. You know, have a safe ride and find somebody who can be your designated driver. Or you and I, maybe we're not going to drink, but we can offer our services
right,
to someone
say
else
that.
and say, give me a call. Or if it's a parent, we don't want our kids to drink over the holidays, but sometimes
Give
they
us a
do.
call.
They make a mistake. Tell them you will not ask questions. You will go pick them up and get them home safely. Another thing, public transportation. We do have some public transportation. We have cabs in town. Do that. Give them a call. If you're at a home, stay overnight. You don't need to drive home when you're under the
Isn't
influence.
there a New Year's Eve thing too that some group I heard at one time that was a number that if you needed a ride home, they would come and get you?
No, I'm not aware of that, but I know some of the bars in
Vaguely
town.
remember something about that.
I'll check into that. There are some bars that will find rides home for you too, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing is, if you do leave your vehicle behind and get a ride from somebody else, don't go back right away when you wake up in the morning to pick it up. Chances are high that your blood alcohol level will be high.
there.
And tickets have been given when you take that car, say you go in the morning and then you drive to work, or you drive the car home. You can still possibly get picked up if your blood alcohol is high enough. So make sure the blood alcohol, the alcohol is out of your blood before you go and get in that car.
How many hours does it take? 12, 15?
Oh, Nick Donahue from the Sheriff's Department can tell you off the top of his head. That I don't know off the top of my head.
I know there's a certain amount of time. that-
It depends on how much food you have in your system
I
too.
suppose, and how much
Yeah.
you can buy.
Yeah, how much
too.
and how, if you drink it in 1 hour, if you drink it over the course of several hours, it makes a big difference. And you mentioned the buckle up. That's one of the safe ways when you're out driving. We don't want you driving if you're intoxicated, but if you are not intoxicated, make sure you're buckled up. And the other thing is, folks on the road that see somebody who's they think might be impaired,
Swerving around? Yeah.
you can call 911. You just need to give a description of the vehicle, the location, license plate number if you can, and what the behavior is
And
you're
now
seeing.
with cell phones, that's
Simple.
very easy to be done.
Might
yeah.
be good to pull over when you do that, so you're not driving with a cell phone in your hand, which is what we all
Also distracted
do.
driving.
Definitely, we don't want to cause any accidents doing that, but definitely, I actually did it in another state. I called on someone. I did not have the license plate, though they couldn't do anything about it. I didn't give enough information. So you have to give enough information so that they can actually follow up on it.
Or any kind of reckless, dangerous driving.
Not just that.
You see those people like to in and out, and yes, that's just.
Well, or if
drives
you
me
see
crazy.
a child too standing, a lot of times I'll see kids standing in the car or in the back seat. You know, you can call law enforcement and they will come and they will.
Because that's
follow
all
up
part
on
of
that.
Towards Zero Deaths.
Definitely,
It doesn't have to be just DWI.
No, it doesn't. And with the Towards Zero Death, we have a coalition that meets every other month, and we want to invite anybody who's interested. The Towards Zero Death grant is. The partners are law enforcement, which is enforcement, the 4 E's. Enforcement, education, engineering, and EMS, emergency medical services. So they are at the table already trying to change the culture. But we want anybody else in the community who wants to be involved with us, insurance folks, work sites, anybody, individuals who might want to help change the culture in Steele County.
And
We
it seems to
welcome
be
them.
working, so.
Any deaths related to DWI have decreased 40% in the last 10 years. So there is some progress, and we're happy
Well,
about
Jane,
that.
we wish you continued success.
Thank
and
you very
remember, they are out there now, so buckle up and drive carefully, no distracted driving, and no drinking
and driving, please. Also, medications do have an effect, so make sure you know what your
Even
medications
worse,
are,
yes.
too.
So thank you for joining us
Thank you
today.
very much.
And we are going to be back, and we do have some announcements.
Hi, I'm Mike.
And I'm Jake with Napa Auto Parts.
Napa has the know-how for all your automotive needs.
Napa is a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Out with the old and in with the new. I'm the Steele County Trash Queen saying recycle more, Steele County, with our new covered recycling carts. Throw everything together, no sorting needed. Just make sure the container is clean and empty. Recycle paper cartons from milk, juice, and broth, empty plant pots, yogurt cups and lids, ice cream pails and lids, clear plastic containers from berries and baked goods, empty prescription bottles, in fact, any plastic container with a number 1 through 5 and 7, no number 6. Recycle more. It's so easy.
Hi, I'm Jan Hansen, and I am at A+ So and Back, the fun place to be. We are proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
United Way funds 28 local programs that change lives in Steele County. Programs that provide children tools for success, help adults gain self-sufficiency, provide basic necessity for people experiencing hard times, and give seniors the support they need to live healthy, active lives. United Way is there for your friends, your family, and neighbors 365 days a year. They count on us. Once a year, we ask you to be there for United Way. We're counting on you. Please give generously to the United Way of Steele County.
It is a Friday, of course. That means the downtown lights are lit and the music is going. But the Friday shopping extended holiday hours does continue. And the Steele County Historical Society's Christmas in the Village begins today at 4:30 and ends at 8:30 with all kinds of holiday activities. Admission is free, but of course they do ask that for some donations. And besides that, they do have, don't forget, their cookie distribution as well. And then Saturday, December 1st from 10 until 2 p.m., the Village is open. And in the History Center, check that out if you haven't been in there, they do have a craft show. And that is going to be running through till 2 o'clock. Also, another craft show at the Eagles Club. This time it's to benefit the Steele County Humane Society. It's their 3rd annual Merry Market, they call it. And that runs from 9 until 3 p.m. tomorrow, so you want to check that out as well. And then the Hospice Star of Hope lighting is on Sunday at 5 p.m. and they'll be at Daybreak Church if you want to go out and purchase a star for a loved one or in memory of them, or someone that is still probably living that you want to make a tribute to for their tree of hope. You can put that on as well. And then you can also drop off some Toys for Tots. Check the different boxes. They're around town at different businesses. Some at Cashwise, Walgreens, Walmart. It's an unwrapped gift. And do have it in there. They're going to start picking those up and emptying the boxes by December 12th. So you may want to get your kids together and pick one out as well. Something that your 4-year-old may pick out for another 4-year-old. It's good to get their advice. They know what's happening in the world of toys. That is going to do it for this week. We do thank you for joining us. Get out and enjoy some of the different activities going on around the area. For Leanne Alt, I am Betty Johnson. This is the Owatonna Today Show.